So Gus, Clive, thanks for joining us again. Next on the menu is skis, and I know that you have said that there is an incredible amount of detail that you could go into on this. However, in the name of not making this some sort of feature film, you're going to keep it quite broad. So with that in mind, Gus, over to you.
Okay, so for the winter, we're still in winter, although spring is on the horizon. We introduced a new kind of addition to our ski collection. So we previously had a ski called the Seven Summits, which was one of our most popular touring skis. But this season we've launched the Seven Summits as a kind of a hybrid ski package. So you're able to buy effectively the ski with a pre-mounted binding and a skin attached onto the package. So it's really making that ski touring market far more accessible to the new skier or somebody who is bewildered by the limitless choice of binding, ski, skin, the varying setups, all the intricacies of making sure that system works, and it's offering you the chance to pick up that setup with little to no worry.
I must admit, having been there myself, and I'm not by any means a ski pro. I mean, like when it comes to everything climbing related, I'd like to think I know more than enough to get by. But when it came to skiing, I remember just being massively freaked out by, as you say, the plethora of differing options available.
Yeah, so you've got all.
This is literally out of the box, isn't it?
Yeah, this is fresh out of the box. It comes in a kind of almost a raw cardboard box saying "unpack and ski." You get the two skis clamped on the inside, your warranty and your disclaimer stating what you've bought, what length you've got. And of course, the ski does come in varying lengths, men's and women's. And then the bindings, which are mounted as so they're drilled straight into the ski, but you get a large adjustment platform at the back of the ski. So you can, whilst the ski is the length suited to your height, and obviously there's a corresponding foot size, you can then adjust the binding itself to suit your boot.
So that leads us pretty neatly onto the boot, in fact, doesn't it?
Onto the boot. So, so taking kind of looking at the other kind of end of the skiing. So last year, 2018, we introduced our series of boots designed in collaboration with Hoji. So this guy was the genius behind trying to take your typical touring boot and introducing the features of a freeride skier, but to something that they could get around the mountain more conveniently in. So he is a great believer in moving efficiently through the mountains. And what he came up with was this. So, typically you have the clog at the bottom of the boot, which is obviously where your foot's going to go. What people like to see on a lot of the boots is a conventional nose. And whilst this isn't the same nose that's on an alpine boot, what it enables you to do is fit a conventional crampon on. So, your C3 fitting, fully rigid crampons, they're going to fit neatly onto the boot. But where this boot differs and where it became so special was how the toe function works and how the cuff integrates with the clog and gives you that dexterity to get uphill whilst giving you the performance of a free ride boot. First point of call, jumping straight into it, the unique feature of it was the Hoji lock system. So it's a simple system of a lever. So there you are in walk mode, the boot is free, the clog is disengaged, and you've got a 60-degree flex range of motion across the ankle.
I was going to say, you can see it actually as you adjust that once more, because it's a really neat process to see that changing.
Done.
So you can see it add that flexibility to the front of the boot as well.
Yeah. And when what goes on inside the boot is you've got two parts. You've got a male and a female part, and effectively they disengage, allowing that 60-degree range of motion, and then re-engaging again, you solidify the whole boot into the cuff and the clog, enabling you to get that downhill performance. Because, hey, we're all going up there, but, you're trying to earn your turns heading downhill again.
And these are all available now as well, I'm right in saying?
These are available now. So this is the brand new version of this Hoji. So this is the Hoji Free 110, the 110 being the flex rating of the boot. Last season we had the Hoji Free 130, so the much stiffer variant. And before that we had a model called the Hoji Pro Tour, which was a 120 flex, but which had a different nose. You effectively chopped off the conventional crampon bearing part of the boot. So with this kind of boot now, it'll accommodate popular freeride bindings like the Shift, for example. So you're not being limited to a particular array of bindings.
Much more of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for taking us through that, Gus. And
Welcome.
yeah, we will catch up, no doubt, again in the autumn winter when we're actually in some form of season for the skis later in the year.
Fantastic. Cheers.
Cool. Thanks a lot.